What's going on, guys? Emmanuel here. Today we're going to be doing a brake pad replacement on the 2017 Toyota Highlander. Alright, I already replaced the passenger side brake pad, and this is the driver's side. For some reason I don't have enough room on the passenger side in my garage, so I saved the driver's side to make the video to show you guys. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the wheel a little quick, guys. So these are the brake pad we're going to be using, the Duralast Elise from AutoZone. Alright, the tools we're going to need for this project is the 14mm to remove the one of the bolt right there. So we're going to put the 14mm down here and remove that. Don't worry about the top one, just remove the bottom one first. Alrighty. And once we do that, there we go. Good thing it's coming down. Alrighty. And just kind of put that separate so you won't misplace that. And next thing we're going to do here is kind of lift this up. Alright, as you see right there, just coming up. There we go. I have something like this just in case you guys want to use that to kind of like hold the caliper in place so it won't fall on you. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do here is remove the thing. You can grab your plier to remove that. You can reuse this. It's not bad. You can reuse that. Alright, take it out. It's something you can actually do by hand, but just in case it's kind of tough, you can, use the plier to remove that. So after we remove this tool pin, we are going to remove the brake pad. Alright, you want to be able to, especially if it's your first time doing it, you want to remove that one at a time and replace all the brackets one at a time, and that way you don't get confused. Alrighty, so what I would suggest is remove the first one here. Alrighty, there we go. Use a screwdriver, kind of pop it off. Alrighty, so we're going to take that out first, and once we're done replacing that, then we remove the rear one. Because if you just go ahead and kind of remove everything and then later you're kind of confused, you don't know where things come from. So let's do the front one first, then we're gonna remove the back one right there. I'm gonna grab my wire brush and just kind of brush this a little bit. Make sure it's kind of smooth. Alrighty, you're gonna take two of these. Alrighty, make sure you set it in just like that. You're not going to miss this. It's very easy to go in, that's one of the beautiful things about Toyota. The brake pad replacement is pretty simple, guys. And the next one I'm gonna go just like that. Make sure it's facing out. This is kind of facing like this. I hope you guys can see it. Alrighty, and click that right in, guys. Mine is a little tough to go on because I paint my brake caliper. If you take a look on the old brake pad over here, guys, you see this brake pad is completely done. I was rolling on the piece of metal. Alright, so when you look on the brake pad over here, you see the old sensor. This is the thing that actually squeeze against your rotor, let you know that your brake pad is old. Alrighty, so we're gonna replace the new one on the new brake pad. So what we're gonna do is take one of the new brake pad and kind of match it up a little quick and see if we get the correct product here. All right, so the same position that this sensor is placing on is the same position we're going to replace the new sensor. Alrighty, you see how's the sensor facing that way, right? So you're going to grab the new sensor, make sure it's facing that way, and then just clip it right on top of the new brake pad, just like that. So we're going to put this one down for now so we'll be able to work over here. Alright, so we have it in just like that. So that's how the sensor got to be. If you want to get this brake grease, I get on Amazon. We're going to lube this a little bit. Alright, and then lube over here just like that, guy. If you don't mind, you can put some over here too. Alrighty, and some right down here. Just like that. You don't put it on the rotor. Then the next thing we're going to do is try to line it in. You first want to line up the bottom part just like that. And then we have it like that. That's it. So it's fit in right. So that's what I told you guys. We have to do it like, you know, one at a time, so we don't get stuff confusing here. You see, this brake pad was completely gone, guys. Let's go ahead and kind of do the same thing back here and remove all the piece and replace that. I'm gonna remove this old one and repeat the same thing up here, guys. Alrighty. There we go. Take it out, and then we are going to get the new one and put it on. But first thing, we have to grab our wire brush. Just kind of brush in here a little bit. Alrighty. Alright, once we have that going like that, we are going to grab this. Like I said, it's pretty easy to put on. Alright, so place it in like that and squeeze it down, guys. Simple. Very easy to do. That's it. Then we grab the top one. Alright, just like that. And put it in. So this side here, remember guys, it needs to be facing upside. This is how it's gonna be. Your brake pad gonna go into this just like that. Alright, so you need to make sure this side is facing upside. Alright, so we're gonna grab this and put it right in there, guys. There we go. Sometimes you have to put your head over there to be able to see what's going on. And once we have that taken care of, we are going to, remember, we have the same sensor on the other side here. Alrighty, so we're gonna take the new brake pad and match it up just like that. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna put the new sensor over here. So this is how the new sensor gonna be facing, once again, just like that. Alright, that little gap you see over there in the sensor need to clip right on the brake, on the edge over there, right there, just like that. Put it in. So we're gonna put this one down for now, so we'll be able to press this in. Alrighty, pretty simple, guys. Alrighty, so we have the sensor going there, as you guys see. What we're gonna do now is put some grease here a little bit. Alrighty, just like that. And we also gonna put some in here too, guys. So we're gonna place it in, like place it down first and then push it in. Alright, so place it down like that. Alright, and then line up over here, push it right in. This one is a little tricky because you can't really see anything going on there, but we got it in. We got it in, guys. Next thing we're gonna do now is take this little spring over here. I don't have a replacement in the box, so we're gonna use the same old one, guys. Just like that. Put it on. It needs to be facing down just like that. Alright. So the next one need to be facing up, just like this too. Alright guys, I'm not going to be using this tool because it's really hard to use for any beginner, so I'm not going to recommend that for you guys. I use it all the time on my Honda Accord, but this is what I'm going to be using here. I'm going to link that in the description. It's very easy for any beginner to use this little piece. Alright, I use this sometime and then I use this too as well. But for this video, I am going to be using this. If you're not comfortable using any of those right here, you can go ahead and find yourself some C-clamp. A C-clamp, once again, it could be found at Home Depot, Lowe's, or even on Amazon. So now it's time to push the piston back in. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. All right, pushing the piston back in, all we have to do here is take one of the old brake pad and lay it against this. Now remember, we have two pistons over here for the Toyota Highlander front brake. So we are going to push them one at a time. All right, we lay the old brake pad against this, and this tool right here, this is how you're gonna do it. You're gonna lock it in place all the way. All right, and we're gonna lay it just like that. All righty, and then try to turn it. Then while we turning, this right here is gonna come out and put pressure against the piston. Keep turning it. Try not to keep your finger there. You just want to be able to hold this down. All right, just like that. I hope it's able to push both brake piston back in together. As you see there, just like that, guys. While we're pushing it, you can see it pushing the piston back in. How cool is that? There we go. It's also working this one down here. So it looks like if we move this tool somewhere in the middle here, it will be able to do that. But unfortunately, that little gap right there won't allow this to come in the middle. So we're just going to push this and then move the tool down. But it looks like it's actually doing all the same time, which is really, really good. So this is the tool I would recommend for any beginner, even professional, use these tools as well. Because the first one is way too complicated. There's a lot of pieces to be put together. And someone that don't have a lot of experience on using that, you get super confused. So as you see, the piston is completely out of the way. Very smooth looking right now. So now we're going to go ahead and close that. Before we do so, we want to squeeze the brake pad together like this. And keep in mind, you need to keep those spring lined up just like that, guys. Make sure the spring doesn't come out. So we're going to put the piston on top of the brake pad. How smooth this thing's going on right now. Very smooth. Just like this, guys. Once we have it like that, as you see the brake caliper bolt right there, we're going to push it in. That will allow the piston to line up right on top of the brake pad. Just like that, guys. As you see, just like that. All right. Once we have it in like that, we are going to take our 14mm bolts and line it up. And kind of do it by hand. Just like that. Beautiful, guys. And then we will take our 14mm wrench, tighten this bad boy down. So once again, I don't use torque wrench. You guys want to check your owner manual. You know, that would tells you all the torque number and stuff like that already. That's it. This is all set, guys. So that's how you do your brake work on your 2017 Toyota Highlander. This brake job is actually good for a 2008 Toyota Highlander all the way to 2020 Toyota Highlander, because Toyota don't really change things like brakes at all. They keep up with the same old technology for a long time before they even change it. So this would be the really good video for anyone that have a, you know, somewhere between 2008 to 2020 Toyota Highlander. That's pretty much. And after you're done, the next thing you're going to do now, put your wheels on. After you put your wheels on, go ahead and pump your brake for so many times until you feel the pressure on the brake before you be able to drive your car. Otherwise, you'll be out of brake, guys. You want to pump your brake so it get all the air off the line so you got a good brake. Alrighty, so I hope you guys enjoyed the installation on the new brake pad video for the 2017 Toyota Highlander. Once again, it's Emmanuel. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. I will see you in the next video, guys. Stay safe. We're going to go ahead and pump the brakes about 3, 4, 5 times to make sure the brake is pretty hard enough before we even move the vehicle. There we go. Now I can feel a lot of pressure on it. It's pretty good to go. Now you can go ahead and start your vehicle and do whatever you want.